Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking to you all about goal setting, my intentions for the year, how to set your goals to be much more mindful with the year ahead, why to set your goals, what goals you could choose from, and I'm going to be also sharing my own personal goals and intentions for the year. Obviously, we are a few weeks into January now. You may well have seen a few of these, but I really want to try and give you some sort of tips to take away from the video to help you plan out your year, make it the best one yet. And if you are struggling with anything, ways to get out of that and ways to be a bit more positive and more mindful as well. So I hope you do enjoy the video, guys. Let's get into it. So I have some notes here, and obviously this is going to be very, very personal to you. First of all, for me, when I'm setting my intentions for a new year, I always like to look back on the old year. So for example, what the highlights were, what the negatives were, what I achieved, what I thought could have gone better, what I was really disappointed in, things that I maybe missed out on that I want to try and get this year, just to give myself like that really nice mindful experience of reflection. So I think that's a really key part of this process. So take a few minutes, write down some of the things that happened to you, some of the good things, maybe some bad things, things you want to change. And this will really give you a really nice idea of how you want your life to look. We talk about the 5-year plan all the time, but how do you get to that point? So be really reflective in this sort of session, like take 5 minutes. For an example, if you want to start your list now, I'll read mine out to you. I had as my highlights, I did an awful lot of travel last year, which I was so grateful for. If you've been around here a long time, I've always traveled since I was much younger, on my own, with my husband, with my children, latterly, and it's just our main passion. So we will always sacrifice other things to be able to save up for and afford travel. Obviously, I worked with some amazing travel brands last year as well as an ambassador for P&O Cruises. For TUI, we did some work for their website, and I just had so many amazing adventures. So that was like my main highlight across the year, was all of the amazing things that I got to do. I also had a real feeling of peace last year from being at home, from being settled into our new home. We've lived here for 2 years now, and I just felt an enormous amount of peace and gratitude and calmness around it, like less stressed about it. Obviously it was a big journey to get here, but yeah, that was my main sort of feeling throughout the year. I really loved that the boys were so healthy and happy, and they had really great friendship groups, and I just felt really content for them. And also they were coming into a really nice stage of life where they were much more independent, but we could still do some really cool things together. So yeah, lots around that. I also had some amazing quality time with Stuart, just here in the daytime. We both work from home, so you know, on his lunch break we might be able to go for a walk, we share a cafetiere before work starts in the morning, and just some really nice wholesome things that I loved about the year. I also had some new purchases for the home which we saved up for, like our sofa that I loved, and my slow living practices, that mindfulness around my day-to-day life. I still have so much work to do on that. It's definitely a work in progress when you are a 100 miles an hour person. I've made some really nice new work friends who are really supportive, and I strengthened connections with current work friends and my home friends as well, offline friends. I had a show on Channel 5 that was aired with IKEA. I went to the BAFTAs, which was incredible. The boys turned 8 and 10, which was so nice. I got some really great music shows. I went to see Take That, I went to see Elton John, I went to see a few other bands. I went to a couple of festivals, so that was really nice. Went to see Mickey Flanagan again. We had an amazing girls' holiday, which was pretty much unpaid for because it was my friend's villa. We just paid for our flights and had so much quality time together. We all have children around the same age. Some are slightly older, some are a bit older, but we have one child each that's all 9 or 8, like in the same year. So that's really nice that we're kind of being able to have a bit more time together, and that's for this year forward. I'm going to really nurture those relationships as well. We had our Norway cruise with Louise and her family. That was incredible. All of these vlogs are on my channel if you want to watch. And I had really good health. So I think that's one thing I just don't want to take for granted moving into 2024. So write down your list. Hopefully you've got some bits and bobs, maybe some inspo from what I've done. I also spoke on a panel, which was outside my comfort zone, but something I really wanted to achieve. I did lots of press days and London filming days. I did the Christmas markets in Berlin for my 40th. I turned 40. Oh my gosh, how can I forget? We hosted a lot with Christmas, and yeah, I just wrote at the end, I'm so grateful for the experience I have in life, for the good, loving and kind people I share it with, that we have the resources to do wonderful things, make memories and give the boys so much. I am lucky, I am grateful. So that is just that really reflective moment. So if you haven't done that yet, I would definitely recommend it, and it's just a really lovely thing to go through. I also wrote down some of the things that I wasn't happy with, that didn't go my way, that I was a bit upset about. Just getting it down onto that page. I spoke about it recently. I don't really know how to journal, but I love writing things down like gratitude. So for me, that's just like getting it out of my head onto a page. So that's definitely something I would first start off with, to reflect on to the last year. And then for goal setting and looking forward, you can then move on to the next part of the exercise. If you're enjoying the video, I'd really love to have you here as a subscriber to the channel and being in the community. I do upload 2 times a week, I try, and lots of videos about how to live your best life on a budget, financial well-being, positivity, lifestyle, day in the lives, that sort of thing, with some travel sprinkled on there as well when we're lucky enough to go. So I would love to have you here in the community. I'm Lara, if you don't know me already. And yes, introduce yourself in the comments. So for the less positive things, so I'm reading them down from my notes, mainly that work was actually really, really quiet. I did struggle financially with the impact of having less work, but you know, I've done the work in terms of my savings, my emergency fund, my sinking funds. So I still was able to save and manage my money well, and that just comes with practice. So if you are not into money management yet and you haven't got a good financial well-being, then there are so many videos on my channel to help you with that. I had so many late payments from brands, and that became really quite difficult when they're sort of like 6-7 months late to paying me. I can't pay my mortgage that late, so that was a bit of a tricky one. And I don't think I made enough room for relaxing. I definitely didn't have enough time that I wasn't working. I worked very long hours, and I need to change that for 2024. My bloating came back a couple of times. It's under control at the moment, but I did feel like I was a bit disappointed that I was getting really long stints with that. So more health updates this year coming your way. I've written here, I feel more at peace with not being able to do it all. As in, sometimes I cannot upload videos every single week, twice a week. I do 2 on YouTube, every day on Instagram and the other app as well. And I feel a bit more at peace now. I think it's an age thing. I worked out this morning, I've been working for 25 years. 25 years, can you believe it? No wonder I'm knackered. But yeah, that's sort of like knowing that it's okay. Take a step back. The world is not going to end. Hopefully you'll still all be here. And you can't do it all at once, and that's okay. And in whatever walk of life you're in, whatever work you do, if you're in a retail environment or social environment or civil servant or whatever it may be, you can't do it all, and that is okay. And I do think that comes with time. There's a giant helicopter going over. Let's give it a sec to finish its journey across the sky. I also let go of numbers defining me, which is a massive thing, because obviously in this online world, it's very difficult not to judge yourself on the numbers. But at the end of the day, you could be the best creator in the world, put the best content out, but if the algorithm doesn't want to serve it to people, if people can't find it, if people don't watch it, you can't define yourself with numbers from an app, like literally letting an app change the way you feel about yourself. Nuh-uh, honey. So yeah, that's the things that are going to really serve me in 2024 to take forward with me. With goal setting then for 2024, you want to really look at how you want your future self to look. What will you be interested in? What will you make time for? Where will you live? What will you look like? Who will your friend groups be? If you're younger watching this, there's a lot of discovery that goes on throughout the time of, you know, when you leave school to when you start work to when you go traveling, perhaps going into an office environment, becoming a parent, becoming a wife, becoming single, divorced. Like all of these different chapters in our life are going to look different, and that's exactly what they are. They're chapters. So move past if you've had a bad chapter. As I always say, don't let 1 hour of a day that was terrible, like you might have had a really bad morning or something serious happened. Like obviously you need to take time to reflect on that, take it in, but you can move past that, and doesn't mean to say the next hour, half hour, day, next week is going to be bad. And that is about mindset. And I've got videos on mindset here on this channel, and I'm very much into mindset and how it can make an entire difference to your life if you choose to let it, really, because it is difficult to get, if you're in a negative mindset, to get into a positive one. But that imagining your future self is something that's really going to be a great tool to get you there. The next one is once you've listed out what you want your future self to look like, and that could be the next 5 years, it could be the next year, it could be this month. It doesn't have to be too far into the future if you can't see it. Is you're going to think of all the things you need to let go of to get you to that place. So as I said, are you quite a negative mindset person? I always say, if you're in doubt, zoom out. And that is so powerful because the day-to-day can really get you down. But if you zoom out and say, well, that's actually not serving me, what can I do to change it? The bigger picture, it's going to give you a lot more power behind your decisions and a lot more guidance to trust your gut. The gut is so important. So definitely don't discount it. If you have a bad gut feeling about something, if something's not serving you or is not doing you any favors, can you zoom out and think of the bigger picture? If you were to release that one thing, how it would affect your life. Releasing negative thoughts just allows you to move forward with positivity and light, and that can really help change the course of your entire life. So then we're going to look at goals for the year ahead, and we're going to think about what main goals. So we'll maybe like write down a list. Perhaps it's that you want to buy a house, you want to save for a deposit, you want to get out of debt, you want to save for a holiday, you want to find a partner, you want to get better with your health, you maybe want to improve your skin quality, your sleep quality. Write these down in a list. Take some time over this. Think about what your future self is going to look like and your goals to get there, and then prioritize them. So for example, if you want to get out of debt, but you want to buy a house, you may want to get out of debt to get the better credit rating, to get the better mortgage rate, to get the deposit saved before you can do the next thing. So it's not going to be a quick win if you're in a negative situation financially or in your life, but think of like the bigger picture, how you can achieve it with these little goals to get you there. And little goals keep you motivated, and that's so, so important, because if you don't have like that motivation or that congratulatory thing when you reach that one thing, then it's really, really hard to stay motivated because you just feel like the end is not in sight, and it's really hard to get to that massive goal because you're trying to go from here to here, whereas you could just go little steps up to it. I'm really conscious my hair is a bird's nest today. I tried to do that heatless curlers thing and it was not happening. I don't know how to fix it. I'm gonna have to wash it again before I go out tonight. I'm going to Cirque du Soleil tonight. If you ever want to follow what I do day to day, Lara Joanna Jarvis on Instagram and everywhere else. And I have a blog as well with lots of free printables and free work planners and organisation and budgeting, an amazing new budgeting folder that I've got on there, which is everything, and shopping lists and everything like that. So that's larajoannajarvis.com. So being accountable for your goals, can you have someone like an accountability buddy if you're maybe trying to lose weight, or your partner if you're trying to get better with money together? Can you have each other as an accountability partner? This is just going to make it a lot more easy for you, a lot easier, and just make it harder to stray from it because you have someone that's there going, don't forget the bigger picture. If you do this, then you're 1 month later to get to your goal financially, or if you do this and you're 1 month later to get to your weight goal, or wherever it is that you may want to do. I would love to know your goals in the comments. Let us know what you are intending for your life this year, what you want to do, what you want to get to, how you want it to look. Just your goals, just to inspire other people. I'll briefly go through my goals and my intention for the year. Last year it was joy in the mundane, and that lent really well into my slow living and just being appreciative of the little things. And going back to mindset and the very thing that I said at the beginning of this video, how I was so at peace and grateful, that's because I switched in my brain the things I notice. Like I can sit here in the morning, I'm looking out to my garden, the birds are there, they keep catching my eye, coming to the feeder, and I can have a nice coffee, and I literally take that as a small win for the day. Like I'm so grateful for it. Once you start finding these little things, like even, this is so random, okay, but this morning, like really weird and random, I was on the toilet and I thought, isn't it amazing that my bladder works to full health? Like not everybody has a healthy bladder. Some people have to have a catheter, some people have bladder infections, some people have major operations to get their bladders working. And it's like, just that little thing, like you take it for granted. So just being grateful for the little things can really bring more into your life. And going into that, my word for the year is health is wealth. I'm going to focus so much on my health, make sure I'm just being kind to myself, getting better sleep, getting better regime, going out the house once a day to walk, which I haven't done yet today because I've been batch filming while Stuart's in the office, and just being much kinder to myself. I'm 40 now, I need to be kinder to myself. So health is wealth is a key goal for this year and my intention for this year. To go through quickly some of my goals and intentions, maybe it might give you some inspiration. Be kinder to myself, be healthier and better for my health, nourish my body and my mind. So I'm going to be talking maybe a lot more about the supplements I take, the nourishment that I give to my body. I always share on my Instagram what I eat in a day, supplements I'm taking. I need to look after myself. I'm 40 now and this body is so precious. I'm so lucky to have it and it's in full working order. So I need to keep it healthy. So I'll be nourishing that. Read more books. I think I did well over 20 last year. I'm going to try and do 24 for 24 this year. I also share those on Instagram as well, and there's highlights on my Instagram if you ever want to see books that I've read and stuff like that. Podcasts I want to listen to more when I'm out walking rather than looking at my phone, because it's actually not then benefiting me because I'm not actually having a break from my screen. So let me know if you've got any good podcast recommendations. Gratitude, keep on that. Like, that's my main, I can't be without it now. Journaling, I've not done it before, but I want to learn how. For now, I'm just going to be writing down gratitude stuff, and then hopefully that will turn into grip journals. But if you have any good journal prompts, let me know. Save and pay off our mortgage. So I did this in my big money goals video that's just gone up. So I've documented, I've said it all, I've set the intention, I've got you as my accountability buddy. So go over and watch that if you missed my goal for this year for money. Develop my channel and socials just to provide more value to you guys. I want to be making sure I'm helping more people, growing to be able to, for more people to find me. If you do ever find my content interesting, it's simple as just literally liking it or sharing it, commenting on Instagram, or the other one, if you share it, then obviously more people can see it. Just little things like that that you can do to support my channel. But yeah, just developing it so I can reach more people and just make sure I'm really being, what I'm giving you guys is valuable content is a really key thing for me this year. Boundaries. I have zero boundaries. I work so late into the night, but I need to get better at this. Work-life balance just needs to be better. I think I said that last year as well. Travel more and partner with more amazing brands. I mean, what a privilege. I get that completely, but obviously it is my job. That's such a privilege and I absolutely love that. So more of that. And do things that make me happy. That's one of my main ones. I just think I want more fun in my life and less stress because I've got rid of the money stress with the house, and obviously we have this, and yeah, I just want more fun, make room for more fun, and try not to worry so much about what people think, because I am a chronic people pleaser, overthinker is a whole thing I'm working on. Have more fun and make time for one-on-one times with people and friends, and nourish those relationships. So those are my 2024 goals and my intentions. My mindset is going to be about abundance, not scarcity. I grew up without money and I've always had that scarcity mindset and that self-belief that I maybe don't deserve money, and that limiting belief as well. And it is a whole thing to try and get over it. You may well watch my channel and think, she's got it, she knows it, like she knows how to do it. No, I honestly have so much work to do when it comes to this. So I also did an ins and outs video which shares all the things that I'm bringing into my life and the things that I'm getting rid of from my life that don't serve me. So that might help if you're looking for making your own list for your goals and intentions for 2024. I'm going to leave it there because this video is almost 20 minutes long, but I hope it was interesting and you got something from it, and maybe you would like to share your goals for the year in the comments. And if you're new here, do subscribe to my channel for more positivity and living your best life on a budget as well. Thank you so much for being here and watching, and I'll see you so soon. Take care. Bye.